Hey Greek students, I hope this video will work and my mouth is not too far off of my voice. We'll see. But I hope that your review sessions have gone well and that you've got your homework done, and Al will be looking over those. And I am here for any questions as well. And I got one question from Allison on chapter 6, day 2. And Allison, I could not figure that question out, exactly what was meant by it. And so I'll try to catch you either after co-op or you send me another message and try to explain what you mean. And I'll try to answer it. I looked at the question and I looked at the exercise in the textbook and the workbook and just couldn't figure it out. But here's a couple things. You should have finished with your review. The reviews are the first 5 chapters, going back over year 1. Now we're going into year 2. And on chapter 6, we're adding in, and you should have some understanding of this already because I had already taught you some of this with Greek. In the first session, we went ahead and added in the accusative, dative and accusative forms, even though the book didn't. I taught you much of that. And so remember, we have 4 Greek cases, right? Nominative, which we indicate with that N. And that's the nouns, the subject of the sentence, all right? And so that's our subject, the nominative case. Then we got genitive, and that indicates possession. And that's the indicated with the G, NG, and then dative is the third case. And that indicates the indirect object, all right? The indirect object. And is often used with the key word by or to or for, right? That's how we're often going to translate it. And then the final case is the accusative. So it's nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, right? And the accusative case is the direct object. Now, I've sent you a PDF document with this little chart on it that will have those 4 cases, nominative, genitive, dative, and accusative. And your book has these as well, but it doesn't have the key words and it doesn't have exactly what they mean in one chart. So I wanted you to have that. I also sent you a 50 vocabulary words from all of year 1, and we'll have a test. I'll give you that test. Let's see, this is September 1st. I'll give you this review now, and I'll give you the test on Monday or Tuesday of next week. I'll try to get it to you. And you just try to take the test before the following Thursday, September the 8th, and get that back in. And it'll be a matching test, a matching vocab. Most of these words you should know, and I tried to pick out the main words that you're going to be using a lot, you need to have a grasp of. And we're starting to add new vocabulary now in chapter 6, so you have to start learning this new vocabulary in chapter 6. Remember, just keep working those paradigms, and if you get confused on your paradigms, look back at the back to some of the charts in the back of the book. I hope they're in there like they were in the last one. Yeah, you got the case endings, second declension case endings on page 138. Second declension case endings for neuter. It's on, oo, o, on, ein, ois, I. And so it's on. I couldn't see that good. First declension case endings feminine, and first declension case endings masculine, and then we'll move on to the article next. So all this is a big help in the back of the book, as well as the vocabulary. One thing, too, that I wanted to mention to you that is concerning me is you're not getting classroom reading practice. And so I want you to work on reading as you're doing your exercises. Work on saying these things out loud. I know you may feel a little silly, but when you're doing your exercises, just try to pronounce the word. Like when you're doing this exercise, chapter 6, verse 2, and when you're going to be identifying what this word is, so it is logon. Pronounce that, logo. And then the next one is theon. Just pronounce it, theon. So that way you get and I practice. And I know you may feel like you do a bad job, but just keep working with it. And the next one is prosopois, and then so pronounce that curio, ploia. See, I'm a little weak in my translation now too. I haven't read Greek all summer. Teknon, oikus, and so just work on practicing words. And then another thing I want you to read and practice. You don't have to memorize these. We're not doing the memory work, but I want you to read and practice the memory verses. So like chapter 6, page number 27. Hey agape udapote akepipeti. All right? So akepipeti. So that is love never fails. Hey agape oidepote akepipeti. All right? So you can see I don't do that great a job pronouncing it either, but it's good to work with that pronunciation and try to do the best you can. All right, so we're slowing down now. Appreciate your hard work. We're slowing down, and we're just going to get into this dative and accusative. Then we'll be doing some stuff on direct object, which is working with the accusative case. And remember, there's similarities. All right, the omega is often a sign of the direct object, just as that omega upsilon is often the sign of the genitive. And in the accusative, you're often going to see that movable nu as the sign of the direct, the accusative, the sign of the direct object. So you look for those things. You'll see a pattern in our paradigms, and so that helps you identify, because you got to be parsing these words. You know, you got to be able to take a word, you see it in a sentence, and you got to be able to identify what's the case, what's the number, what's the gender of that word. All right, and so we'll be doing some more of that. All right, so our schedule: chapter 6 this week, and then September 1st to the 8th, chapter 7, and we'll meet. I was wanting to have a short meeting on September 8th, but I may be gone. We'll see. If I can't do it that day, we'll do it on September the 15th. We'll have a short meeting. All right, and so I'll get you vocab tests on Monday or Tuesday. I'm getting you the review now. I'm getting you that chart. And if you have any questions, let me know. And be sure and turn your workbooks in to Mr. Al. Thank you